Hello students, I hope you are all doing superb and good. Today we are going to learn an interesting topic. For this, I am going to show a clue for you. You are going to guess it. Are you ready? Can you have a guess?
This is dry fruits.
Yes, this is dry fruit, rich in protein. So, what will happen when you take the dry fruit, when you take the food? How our body gets the nutrients from the food. So, today we are going to learn the digestion process in human beings under the chapter Nutrition in Animals. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the meaning of nutrition, modes of nutrition, and the digestion process in human being, and also we are going to learn the digestion process in grass eating animals. Now let's begin. What is meant by nutrition? The process of taking food and utilization by the body is called nutrition. There are two modes of nutrition: autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What is meant by autotrophic mode of nutrition? Plants comes under autotrophic mode of nutrition because the plants can able to prepare its own food. What is meant by heterotrophic mode of nutrition? Animals comes under heterotrophic mode of nutrition because animals depends on others for the food. So human beings comes under heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In this chapter, we are going to learn how the nutrition process takes place in the human body. We take food with the help of mouth. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. Now, the food travels into a long pathway called alimentary canal. The alimentary canal starts with the buccal cavity and ends with anus. Now, let us know the parts of our alimentary canal. So, first part is buccal cavity. Buccal cavity. The second part is food pipe or esophagus through which the food travels. And the third part is stomach. Fourth part is small intestine. And fifth part is large intestine. And finally, it ends at anus. Now, we are going to see briefly about each and every parts of the alimentary canal. Now, let us understand the meaning of digestion. Digestion is the process in which complex substance will be converted into simpler substance. Now here, the digestion process starts from the mouth. We are having different varieties of teeth such as canine, incisors, premolars and molars, which helps to chew the food and digest the food, which helps to chew the food completely. So here we are having the muscular organ called tongue, which helps to swallow the food, and the mouth has the gland called salivary gland, which produce the enzyme called salivary amylase, which helps to digest the carbohydrate, digest the starch into simple sugars. Now the food will be swallowed into the food pipe called esophagus. Now when the food travels through the esophagus, it always moves downwards and it reaches the stomach. If you see the stomach containing the interlining of mucus, which helps to prevent from the acid such as hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid present in the stomach helps to kill the bacteria when it comes along with the food, and which also makes the medium acidic, so that the digestive juices can act easily, and the digestive juices can able to convert the protein into simpler form. Now, the food from the stomach travels into the upper part of small intestine. So here in the small intestine, it gets secretion from the liver as well as pancreas. Liver secretes bile juice which helps to convert the fat into simpler form. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice which converts carbohydrate, proteins, fats into simpler form. Now the food enters into the lower part of small intestine where the digestion of carbohydrates, protein, fats will be taken place by the secretion of intestinal juices. Here the carbohydrate will be converted into glucose. Fats will be converted into fatty acids and glycerols, and proteins will be converted into amino acid. Now, the small intestine will be having small finger-like projection called villi, which helps to absorb the digested food. The process is called absorption. Absorption is the process in which the digested food will be absorbed by the body through the villi. Villi is highly supplied with blood vessels which helps to absorb the digested food material. The process is called absorption. Now, the absorbed substance should be transported to all parts of the body by the process called assimilation. Now, the undigested food will enter into the large intestine. In the large intestine, water and minerals present in the food will be absorbed by the large intestine, and finally the waste material will be eliminated from the human body through the anus. This is the overall process of digestion which takes place in human being. Now we are going to briefly discuss about the digestion process in grass eating animal. Have you ever seen the animals such as cow, goat and buffaloes are always chewing continuously even when they are not eating food? You might have seen. So what happened here? The animals, the grass eating animals swallow the food quickly and which stores in the part of a stomach called rumen. So whenever it feels to eat, the undigested food will come to the mouth in the form of cud and ugly and swallow it again. So now this process is known as rumination, and the animals which undergoes this process is known as ruminants. The grass which is taken by the animals are rich in cellulose, which is very hard to digest by the digestive system. So the ruminants have a special part called caecum which lies in between the esophagus and small intestine, which helps to digest the cellulose present in the food. Now we'll see the digestion process in amoeba. Amoeba is the small, microscopic and unicellular organism which is found in pond water. So amoeba doesn't have a specific shape. It changes its shape. The body of the amoeba has finger-like projections, so for the movement as well as to capture the food. Whenever it sees the food, the shape of the amoeba changes. The finger-like projections are otherwise known as pseudopodia or false feet. With the help of false feet which captures the food, amoeba feeds on some microscopic organism. So whenever it senses the food, it pushes out the pseudopodia around the food particle and it takes the food, engulf the food. Now the food becomes trapped in a food vacuole. Finally, the digestive juices will be produced in the food vacuole. So, they act on the food and they break down the food material into simple substances. By this means, the digested food will be absorbed by the amoeba's body. So my dear students, today we have discussed the digestion process in human beings and digestion process in grass eating animals and even the digestion process in amoeba. So my dear students, so whenever you are taking food, so avoid watching TV, concentrate on your body and think what happens when you are taking the food. What are all the process it undergoes when you are taking food? How the digestion happens in your body. So until then, bye students. Thank you. Have a nice day.